Good morning to all of you. Welcome to Legal Matters by Sai Babu Sunkara. This is a classic case between fact and presumption. The husband committing suicide due to the illicit relationship of his wife with another person is not at abetment to commit suicide. Wife is not held to abet to commit suicide of husband, even though husband dies because of the illicit relationship of his wife with another man. మీకు అర్థమైంది అనుకుంటాను. Justice Shivashankar Amaranmar of Karnataka High Court in the case of Prema and another versus State of Karnataka in Criminal Appeal number 54 by 2013 very recently held that wife cannot be said to have abetted the suicide simply because the husband died due to her illicit relationship with another man. కేసు ఫ్యాక్ట్స్లోకి వెళ్తే మీకు అప్పుడు ఫ్యాక్ట్కి ప్రిజంప్షన్కి అర్థమవుతుంది ఎంత ఘోరమైన పరిస్థితి. హియర్ ద వైఫ్ ప్రేమ ఆఫ్టర్ మ్యారేజ్ షీ డెవలప్డ్ the so-called illicit contact or illicit relationship with another person by name బసవానంద గౌడ. కర్ణాటకలో గౌడాస్ అనేవారు ఎక్కువ ఉంటారు. షీ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ illicit contact with బసవదింగే గౌడ and husband is Shivam Dasetty. So he is vexed with her attitude. He objected to the visit of the so-called Gowda to his house and there were quarrels. On one day this man bet his wife also and she has openly stated that I can't live without him. Then the trouble started. Panchayat was held and they said somehow he adjust. And of course because he wanted to adjust family, he has allowed her to stay with him, but her illicit relationship with the other person continued. Peak stage ఏంటంటే on 10/7/2010 around 4 p.m. when Gowda visited the house and husband, this Dasetty, found him. There is a quarrel between them and Gowda bet him. At the time, wife Prema, she said, she can't live without him. You go and die, I am not bothered. You go and die, I am not bothered. Better you die, then we live happily. Like that, she instigated him. Unable to bear the same, he has thought over for 2 or 3 days and ultimately on 15th, that is after 5 days, 15/7/2010, he was found dead hanging to a tree. That means he committed suicide by hanging to a tree and he has written the notes. Basing on that, the police registered a case of 306 IPC read with 34 IPC against Prema and Gowda. Right now they have come up with the lower court convicted them. Of course 3 years conviction, I think he was convicted, investigation. Yeah, he was given, this woman was given conviction for 3 years. So now as an appeal the matter came to the High Court. High Court, of course, considering the facts that the quarrels existed between the deceased and his wife and the fight between the deceased and the paramour of the wife, and also please remember the conviction, the arguments of the advocate stating that none of the neighbors had been examined to prove the illicit relationship, but the Honorable High Court stressed that if there is any illegal relationship between his wife and another person, he should have made a complaint. He should have gone to the court for divorce. But there is no necessity for him to commit suicide because now such things, so many cases of this type are happening. They are coming to notice. Simply because the wife had illicit relationship, it cannot be a driving force to die, because they have discussed what is abetment also. Abetment is an instigation to do particular act. That means the accused should actively suggest, the accused should actively stimulate him to go and commit suicide. Then only it is called abetment to commit suicide. But here simply saying that I cannot live without this other, without the paramour, you go and die, I am not bothered. These things, that too, the incident should happen immediately. The incident took place on 10th and he died on 15th. That means a lot of brainstorming would have taken place, and he should have taken a decision to go for divorce, not for committing suicide. In the High Court, to our opinion. Now we will discuss the fact and presumption. సో వైఫ్ తన ముందు వేరే వాడితో పడుకుంటూ వాడిని సపోర్ట్ చేస్తే బతకగలడా? డెఫినెట్లీ హీ విల్ కమిట్ సూసైడ్. ఇది మరి ఆవిడ పైగా నువ్వు చచ్చిపోతే మేము హ్యాపీగా ఉంటాము అని చెప్పి అన్నప్పుడు అబెట్మెంట్ అవుతుందా కాదా? సో ఇది మీ విజ్ఞతకి వదిలేస్తున్నాను. బట్ ఎనీవే, కర్ణాటక హైకోర్టు హ్యాస్ రిజెక్టెడ్ and that means allowed the appeal and acquitted that woman. So this is the difference between fact and presumption. లాస్ట్లో సింపుల్గా ఉదాహరణ చెప్తాను. ఒక ఆయన తెల్లవారుజామున మాకే పాలు పోసేవాడు పొద్దున పూట 5 గంటలకి. యూస్ టు కమ్ ఫ్రమ్ సమ్ నైబరింగ్ విలేజ్, రెడ్డి గారు అగ్రహారం అని ఉంటుంది. ఎస్, హిజ్ వైఫ్, she has started illegal contact with some fellow. On a particular day, he told his wife that he is coming to Ongole, but after 15 minutes he went back, and normally he found the house was locked and he found the sounds from inside. Then he wanted to show that his wife is having a relationship, and he has locked the door, he has locked the latch from the outside, and he called all the neighbors. And when he opened the door, suddenly the paramour came, hit him with a stick and ran away. And in that case, the judge did not agree. The judge said, as a common man, he should have applied for divorce. He should have attacked the other person, psychology. But he waited for the arrival of all the neighbors. Means he wanted to make a show that his wife is not a genuine woman. Divorce not granted. So this is the difference between fact and presumption. So I leave it to you for your comments. Thank you.